Alright everybody, and today's video is going to be a little different. Let's look up the cheapest stuff on Amazon that is refurbished for in electronics. So let's see what we have, from phones to like that stuff, like we'll start with from headphones to because it starts with that, until like laptops, phones. We'll probably see in here. So let's see. Look how cheap you am. Well, $1.90, and then you have to pay that for shipping. No, I'm not paying for shipping. If I would never buy that, I'll have to go to the store to get it. We got these PlayStation things, wired headphone, earbuds, whatever you call them. Nintendo DS. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Let's see if we can find something that we could actually do a giveaway with in the if I get anything from here. Chat. AKG. Wow, it's free shipping. Amazing. That's nice. Or if you want it faster, tomorrow you have to pay for shipping, but I don't care because I'm not buying. I don't. What shall we find, misters? Jam out. Double jam out, boys. Jam out. Sure, it ain't good. I don't want to see all this wired stuff. The only thing, Backbeat 500. What the freaking sizzle whizzle. Trying to find something pretty cool. If there is. It doesn't mean I'm buying anything though, but I'm just looking. Let's see what how far down do you think we have? I wonder how much what do you think the cheapest phone would be on here? Refurbished phone. Let's see if we can find what the cheapest phone it comes up first. Order to beat your Beats 3. Okay. Bonner City. Dude, where is like oh, there's our first JBL product. I need to see a price though. Yeah, I don't want to click on it to find a price. I'm looking forward to saying X Boom. When do you think you'll see a phone on here? Oh, of course. All right. We said a phone. We should have said a smartphone, because look at the phone that came up. A stupid thing. Oh my gosh. Short phone. Oh my god. We should have said smartphone, but that's what popped up. What the freak? We should have said I should have said, what's the first smartphone? Oh my god, another phone. It's not even a dude. Come on. We should just look. I don't know what the freak, dude. We should. After I say all this crap, there's the first smartphone we found for $24.49. A Droid Razor. Was that phone even good? Back at the time, it was good. It might be good to someone else. Oh, crap. Why do you have a flip phone for the same price almost? What the freak? A track phone. Just a prepaid phone. Oh my god, yeah. Does it want to ride or city want to grindin'? Oh, JBL speaker. Dude, this is like weird. This is like, all the stuff we see is not worth even buying, you know? A flip phone is more than that smartphones. Look, there's a second flip phone. It's more, and it's more money. It costs more than a lot of them smartphones that we've seen. That is hilarious. And another phone that's not even a smart, dude. Oh my god, dude. For a company, Who buys a renewed AirTag? I wouldn't want to do that. I'd rather buy new, because what if you buy one of it? I don't know. I never had AirTags, so I don't know. So, I don't know. The heck? There's a lot. There's another smartphone, but I don't even know what the freak. It's weird. There's a lot of these phones for businesses on here. Supply. Power supply don't come with the phone. Are you kidding? Why would I want a phone if I can't power it? HTC phone. We're seeing a lot more JBL speakers now, chat. Mamma mia. There's too many. The phones we see more here that are mobile phones we're seeing a lot of flip phones for some reason. What the freak? And a lot of business type phones. Another JBL speaker. There's more JBL speakers than anything. That's actually popping up that we're not even looking for that. Looking at that stuff, you see like, oh, and here's a phone. Looks like so far the phones are looking to get better. These Android phones are looking to get better. But I don't know. I wouldn't want that. I don't want that. Another JBL speaker. What are all these business phones have to be here? A flip phone again. God dang, there's a lot of flip phones. You had that flip. Who wants that flip phone? It has YouTube on it, but who wants to use a flip phone for a watch? You need a touch screen, bro. Come on. A handheld gaming thing, you put your phone in there, Android if you want, if you have Android, but yeah, I don't think it's worth it. What the frick? Why are there so many freaking business phones popping up, man? Why do you make them redo and make them new again, like refurbish them? That's so dumb. They should just trash them things. Well, what happened? The freak, I didn't hit anything. What the freak? Why is there a camera? That's the most expensive thing that popped up. So, oh, never mind. It's a sponsor. And then I wonder, hey, we get our first iPhone. The first iPhone 12 renewed. It is unlocked. We got a bunch of iPhones now. And an Apple iMac. We got a Apple Watch, Ultra Apple Watch. That's the best Apple Watch we saw. It's the only Apple Watch we saw so far. Ultra 2 is the best. So out of that watch. Because there's a newer one out. That's why I said that. iPhone 11. We finally found one under the iPhones we finally found an iPhone under 100, under 200. Too many business phones, bro. We finally found a Samsung. We found the iPhones and Samsungs, which are the only good brands in Android that have an Android, Samsung, and iPhone. Of course, is iPhone. So when I found the two phones, iPhones and Samsungs, that are actually worth buying. Other ones, not really, unless you have no other option. But no. And we have a cheaper Apple Watch. And we have another iMac, another iPhone. I think the only phones that is worth owning if you could afford them is only if you're an iPhone person, of course, iPhone. If you're not an iPhone person, if you're like Android better, you better own a Samsung more than any other. I don't know. I'm just saying, Samsung or iPhone are the top phones that I think people should buy. Unless you are on a low budget, then I understand you just go cheaper, or just buy a cheaper Samsung, outdated one. As long as you have a Samsung, hopefully it works good. That's just what I'm saying, but I never tried it. But Samsungs versus iPhones. I don't know. Never had a Samsung phone, so I don't know. I had Android phones, but I'd never had a Samsung one. Then when I switched to iPhone, I'd never went back. So, but when I had Android phones, they were just starting out with it wasn't fully the whole screen wasn't a touch screen. So then when I switched to iPhone, then that's what happened. I stayed with it. But because when I had them, I only had Android when I was in high school. I had Androids, and my first phone was a flip phone back in elementary school. Then the first smartphones I have were Androids, but they weren't like the nice Androids. They were in the like, I don't know. iPhone. I want Androids I had. They didn't have. Samsung wasn't as big as it was. I don't even know if it wasn't a really big thing back then when I was. But I switched soon as I. But I switched to iPhone. As soon as when I switched to iPhone, I never went back to the iPhone I started with. I started with the iPhone 5S and I never, after I got an iPhone 5S or 5, whatever one it was, one of them two, I never went back to another one. Or it could have been an iPhone 5SE or something. One of the iPhone 5s I started with and never went back to Androids. I mean, I had Androids, but only I bought, but I didn't ever use them for personal phones. I just had them for the sell. Just bought them cheap and sold them, sell them. That's the only thing. So I'm an iPhone person. I never want to go back to Android. Apple Watch Ultra 2. That's actually a good deal for that watch, because it's not. That's a good deal because they're $800 new, and I paid $800 for the one I got her, my mama. Dang. Look, see, Samsungs are better, and the best Androids to get are Samsungs. The best iPhones to get are, of course, iPhones, not the older iPhones. You want the iPhones to make sure you're still up to date. Motorola, they were good back then, but I don't know how they are now. I think Samsung's better to go with than Motorola and Androids. Go get a Samsung. If you want an Android, make sure you can get a Samsung. Don't get anything else unless you can't afford it. Then I understand. Too many business phones. And if you can't afford if you see a Samsung, you really want a Samsung or an iPhone, but try to get a Samsung if you can't really afford a Samsung. No, try to find a used Samsung and just make offers with somebody and just lowball them keep lowballing them, and maybe eventually it'll accept it. Hopefully, some people will accept it. If they're really trying to get rid of the phone, just keep lowballing the person, show them you really want it that bad. Just lowball them so you can get the phone you want that you really can't afford, but so you lowball them this so you can get the phone. Sometimes if you bother the person so much, they'll eventually give it. And they had it for eventually, they can't find no one else to buy, they'll take your offer. So just lowball the heck out of people. Sometimes it works. If they really want to sell it, and if someone really needs it to get it gone or whatever, just lowball. If they can't find no one else to sell to, they'll sell it to you. If they're not, then I don't know I don't know. But you get the concept, I hope. Okay, guys, I don't think there's anything really worth looking at on here. Okay, the iPhone. All right, guys. So if you really want an iPhone, but you can't afford one, let me see. The iPhone. If I was you and you want an iPhone, but you can't afford it. I mean, where you can afford to make the payments, but you don't. But you can't afford to do anything else. Like you don't have as much money after that. So what I would do, chat. What iPhone would you go? What iPhone I would do if you're trying to pay cash for an iPhone? Okay, and you have on a low budget, and you don't want to make payments, you want to buy it outright. If I was you, buy the prices on here. Let me see. Say no to that. I don't buy that one because I don't think, unless you want to try to save up that much. But if I was you, I would go with the iPhone. Yeah. I think the best iPhone, if you want to get the iPhone, buy a pro version of iPhone. Like if you want an iPhone, I would try to save up $400 if I was you. If you want an iPhone 13 Pro or any iPhone Pro version with a Pro or Pro Max, like this phone right here, iPhone 13 Pro. You should, if you want this, if you can't afford it, at least try your best to save about $400 for a phone. For that iPhone, I mean, it's $389 though, but try to save up for $400. Save up a little bit more than what the phone actually costs, so at least you can get a case. Even if it's just a cheap $10 case, you know? As long as you have a case. Like, iPhone, I had this, I think I did. I think I had this phone a long time ago in the same spec color. But I had more memory though. iPhone 12 Pro Max. That's actually a good deal. I mean, I don't know if it's a good deal. I don't know why I said that, but it might be. I don't know. I didn't pay attention. But it is unlocked, so I guess it could be a good deal for... I don't know. I never looked into them lately, so I don't know. 14 Pro Max. That's a nice phone right there, too. Make sure it's unlocked. If it's not unlocked, then you can't use it for any other carrier. Unless it's unlocked, you can use it anywhere, any carrier. Okay, hold on. Apple iPhone 12 Pro. That's a good one to get, chat. That's actually a good price, in my opinion. Samsung. If you want a Samsung, that is a good price for Samsung, but I don't know if it's a good Samsung. Because I don't know how old or I don't know when it came out. I never paid attention, so sorry. Oh. Is that a good Samsung? Ooh. I don't know. I can't tell Amazon because Samsung, I never paid attention. Really, I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything because I don't know what I'm gonna. If I talk about Samsung, I don't know if anything what I'm talking about is good or not. But I don't know. If you want an Apple Watch, they're a good deal if you want to use one, I guess. If you don't want a new one, if you want to, because look at the price. It's not bad. At least. I mean, I don't wear them though. I'm not a watch person. Apple iPhone SE. Don't get it. It's like too old to me. It's not worth it to me. I mean, but if you want it, then that's you. But I don't really care for them. Because I mean, you get what you get. If it's, as long as it's up to date, where you can do, as long as it's not going to run out of date, where you can't do updates on it, then go buy it. Make sure if it's worth it. That's a good price for an iPad. If it's, I mean, it came out in 2020, so it's still worth. You could actually 2020. I'm thinking it's 2025, so I don't know. Maybe you want something a little bit newer, but for that price, I guess it's worth it. But I don't know if I don't know. You probably will be able to do updates on it still, but I would try to find something before you buy that one. I would look for something better, something a little bit newer if you could, and compare the prices. Let me see. Motorola phones were at a time they were decent, I guess, but I don't. They might still be, but I don't know. But I see more people. It seems like more people have Samsungs and iPhones, so that's why Samsung or iPhone is always what you want. I mean, I guess, but iPhone 16A, it might be good, but I don't know. Never tried it, so I don't know. But it's one of the. I mean, it could be good for you, but it depends on the person. But it is a good phone. I never had it, but I could tell it's one of the newer ones, so at least you can do updates and everything more on it. But it's up to the person. But for me, I wouldn't want to pay that much for one. Because that's just me, though. But for that model, I would not want to pay that. I'm just saying, because that's me, but it depends on the person. Okay, iPhone 16 Pro Max, that's what I have. But mine's whatever I think it's a 1 terabyte, that's what the max of whatever it is. I'm pretty sure that's all. But so that is like, that's up to if you want to pay that, but I paid more, so, because I got more memory, so you're paying more for more memory, of course. Yeah, so, Okay, we're gonna end